This is Tank's vlog for August 16, 2018, wrapping up today in sports. The Mets busted out their hitting shoes on Wednesday, clobbering the Baltimore Orioles 16-5. Both Brandon Nimmo and Todd Frazier made serious runs at the cycle. Kevin Plawecki hit a grand slam. Nimmo went 5 for 5 and was hit by a pitch in his other at-bat. 2 doubles, a triple, as the Mets just out bashed the Orioles, finally, after losing the first 3 games to the worst team in baseball. The Orioles, believe it or not, have 36 wins this year. Exactly 1/4 of those wins have come against the Mets and the Yankees. During the Mets game, though, however, Keith Hernandez. Oh, Keith Hernandez made himself the story by saying that the Marlins should have hit Ronald Acuna. Of course, he's reacting to the big story today, the controversy today. Ronald Acuna Jr., who's been just hitting the ball out of the park every at bat, it seems, and had 3 straight games with a leadoff home run, came up today, and the first pitch he took was right off the elbow, thrown by Jose Urena of the Miami Marlins. Benches got cleared, Urena was ejected, and so was Braves manager Brian Snedeker, who was upset that Marlins manager Don Mattingly wasn't given the gate. You know, Keith Hernandez said that's baseball, and he's all for Acuna getting plunked there by Urena. The problem is, that was baseball. That was baseball when Keith played. And back then, it was a better game. I wish we could have Keith's game back and not this mamby-pamby-lamby stuff we have going on now. But we don't. And back then, if you hit 3 straight leadoff home runs, you expected to possibly get hit, and you were alert. Ronald Acuna came to that bat, first pitch of the game, was not expecting to get hit. Now, I'm all for brushing back players, but when you hit somebody, and this pitch was purposeful, this pitch was either going to hit Acuna in the ribs or get him in the elbow. It would have been a lot worse if it was the head, obviously, but it's just the way the game is, and it's not the way baseball's played anymore. So it's going to be interesting. I'm expecting to see Jose Urena possibly get a suspension, maybe a couple of games here and there, and same with Don Mattingly, perhaps. Acuna left the game. X-rays were negative, so that's fortunate for the Braves. The Braves won the game 5-2 and remain 2 games ahead of the Phillies, who finally figured a way to beat the Red Sox 7-4. As Wilson Ramos, who was just acquired from the Tampa Bay Rays, had a big hit with a 2-run double. The Yankees, however, could not take advantage, as Malik Smith hit a 2-run homer. The Yankees' offense couldn't get anything going against Ryan Yarbrough, and once again, the Yankees lose to a team that's inferior. Yankees might be 75-45, but they are playing terrible baseball. They're playing terrible baseball over the last month. They've been lethargic at times, lifeless, listless, and when they go against teams with lesser records, it looks like they're just expecting to throw their gloves on the field and win. Elsewhere, it was the White Sox edging the Tigers 6-5 on a Jose Abreu home run. The Twins beat the Pirates 6-4. The Cubs doubled up the Brewers 8-4. The Mariners ended their slump, salvaging the last game of a series in Oakland on a D. Gordon home run in the 12th inning. They beat the A's 2-0 in that one to stop the bleeding, and the A's have just been red hot lately. The Indians completed a 3-game sweep in Cincinnati, beating the Reds 4-3. The Astros hammered the Rockies 12-1. It was the Blue Jays with a Curtis Granderson Grander Slam, beating the Royals 6-5. The Cardinals all of a sudden are surging. They're now in playoff contention, in playoff position, second wild card. 8th straight win, beating the fading away Nationals 4-2. It was the Angels edging the Padres 3-2, and the Dodgers have had another bullpen meltdown. Game as I record my vlog is 3-3 against the Giants. Oof, it's been one rough week for Dodger Blue. Kenley Jansen, where are you? Today's 3 stars are Mike Leake of the Mariners, who went 8 innings allowing 2 hits without a run while striking out 6. Brandon Nimmo, who went 5 for 5 with 2 doubles, a triple, 3 RBI, and 3 runs scored as the Mets clobbered the Orioles. And Troy Wright, who had 2 home runs, 4 RBI, as the Astros rocked the Rockies. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Yu Darvish, who has not had a successful first season in Chicago. After a disastrous World Series last year, he's dealt with injury and has struggled, as his postseason struggles have carried on. And we take a look back to 1973, when a Mets team that appeared to be dead and buried all of a sudden came to life thanks to the rallying cry of Tug McGraw, you gotta believe. He stood up in a team meeting and shouted, you gotta believe, you gotta believe. And when the story came out, it became the story of the season as they rallied and won the East after being in last place on August 16th. So check out the full story of Barstool Sports and the Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Don't forget to check out this week's edition of Allow Me to Be Frank. You can go to SoundCloud or iTunes. We talk about sports in general, and we do a little segment looking back at the trade of Wayne Gretzky and the impact it's had on NHL and the entire sport of hockey. So check out Allow Me to Be Frank on SoundCloud and iTunes. And if you listen to this week's episode, catch up on past episodes. We need your support. We need to boost the ratings. Help us. We were number 100. Let's get higher. Let's bring it higher and higher and higher and higher. Let's get to number 1 so we could actually get something out of this. Let's make this a regular radio show. Let's do this nightly. Let's get it done. Let's do I want this to happen. Let's do it. Help me out. Support me. Allow me to be frank. Check out Sports Encyclopedia every day and my columns at Barstool Sports, and have a nice day.